Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, Jan Michael here. The reviews are out, you know my opinions, and now it's time to go over my final 2024 DICE Award predictions. And I have a special announcement to make on how I'm going to be reacting to the award show this time around. Essentially, I'm going to be taking a shot for every single category that I get incorrect. And as there's quite a bit of categories, I could be in trouble if I don't play this carefully. So, unlike in previous years where I kind of like to do something crazy in terms of the predictions just because I like to have fun with these, I'm going to try to play it a little bit safer. Will it pan out? I guess we'll find out. But regardless, let's go over my final predictions right now. For Outstanding Achievement in Animation, the nominees are Final Fantasy XVI, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Right off the bat, you got some fuckery going on because I have no idea how you nominate Mortal Kombat 1, but you don't nominate Street Fighter 6? I mean, I'm not going to get into it right now. These are just my predictions. And quite honestly, I do think this needs to go to Super Mario Bros. Wonder, as it is the game that everybody was talking about the animation for. I mean, maybe Marvel's Spider-Man 2 can sneak off with the win, but honestly, the only other game on here I think could be worthy of the win is Hi-Fi Rush. Just, I really like the animation in that game, but I don't think it's going to steal the victory away from Mario Bros. Wonder. I think that one is a definitely worthy winner here. For Outstanding Achievement in Art Direction, the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Hogwarts Legacy, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Starfield, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I do think this award needs to go to Alan Wake 2, as its whole noir style of art does make the game stand out a lot more from a lot of these other entries, especially when you're playing the game, how a lot of the figures kind of blend in with the background. You kind of see them as shadows, and the way that they pop off the screen. I thought the first time I saw that, I was very impressed with how they made that possible. So I think that's the thing that's going to stick out most out of all these entries, and yeah, I think this one's just going to go home with the win in this category. For Outstanding Achievement in Character, the nominees are Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, Jala from Thirsty Suitors, Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3, Miles Morales from Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Saga Anderson from Alan Wake 2. I think there's so many characters missing from this lineup. Like, you have two Baldur's Gate characters. Keep Astarion, obviously he's going to win this award. There's no contest there. But you could have easily put somebody else from, like, Hi-Fi Rush or Final Fantasy 16 or, heck, Tears of the Kingdom. How many people were thirsty for people in Tears of the Kingdom? Come on now. I don't know. I can't comment on, like, Jala because I've not played Thirsty Suitors, but Miles Morales has been here before, and I think he's even won in the past, so I don't know, I think there were so many other options, so it's kind of a disappointing lineup. Regardless, this is going to Astarion. I think this one's a done deal. For Outstanding Achievement in Original Music Composition, the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Diablo 4, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Planet of Lana, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Holy crap, is this one probably frustrates me the most. I mean, there's so many great soundtracks out there that you've left out. Like, the Final Fantasy battle theme alone should have gotten a nomination here. How do you not nominate Tears of the Kingdom that has some fucking amazing music, or Super Mario Bros. Wonder that you know those tunes are gonna stick with us for a long goddamn time? And the biggest sin? Baldur's Gate 3? Where the fuck is Baldur's Gate 3 here? You guys done fucked it up in this category. I don't know who in 10 years from now is gonna go, yeah, let's fucking pop in the Diablo 4 soundtrack, because that's fucking bullshit. Anyways, Alan Wake 2, because at least with that one, they actually created a soundtrack for their game, so that's pretty cool, but yeah, the other ones are pretty disappointing. For Outstanding Achievement in Audio Design, the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Cocoon, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I mean, Hi-Fi Rush, right? Because that game is all about the audio, so it'd be a shock if it went to anything else. I mean, I guess maybe Alan Wake 2 could kind of sneak off with it. I mean, that game's audio is very, very well done. Plus, it's a horror game, so you have to have good sound design when you do a horror game. But regardless, when your game is the whole premise of it is on sound and music, you know you've got this award in the bag. For Outstanding Achievement in Story, the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Dave the Diver, Thirsty Suitors, Venba. I don't know, definitely feels like there's things missing from this list as well, but I've ranted enough about this. This is obviously either going to go to Alan Wake 2 or it's going to go to Baldur's Gate 3. Personally, I want to lean towards Baldur's Gate 3 just because you have so many great story moments in that game. I don't think this necessarily it means just the encompassing all story. I think it's all the different tales that are told throughout the adventure. And Baldur's Gate 3 has some fucking amazing ones. But there's a little voice in the back of my mind that's saying, hey, Alan Wake 2 is about the story. It's about a writer and his writing and how that writing affects the world. And I think a lot of people are going to be thinking about that when they're voting. So, against my better judgment, I'm going to lean towards Alan Wake 2. But if Baldur's Gate 3 takes it, I will happily take a shot because I do think it deserves to go there. For Outstanding Technical Achievement, the nominees are Alan Wake 2, The Finals, Hogwarts Legacy, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Alright, listen up, you motherfuckers. If Tears of the Kingdom doesn't take this one, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. You have college professors taking the game to class to show the students the physics mechanic in this game to teach physics. If that is not a technical achievement, I have no idea what is. So it better go to Tears of the Kingdom, I'm telling you right now, or I'm gonna be fucking pissed. For Action Game of the Year, the nominees are Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Remnant 2. Hey, congratulations, Spider-Man, you actually go home with an award. I mean, unless they decide to give it to Hi-Fi Rush, I think we're safe with Spider-Man winning this award. Granted, just because you're nominated for Game of the Year doesn't mean you win your respective categories, but it doesn't hurt. And honestly, a lot of these other games aren't really nominated for anything else. Again, Hi-Fi Rush is the only other one that has multiple nominations, so maybe it sneaks off with the win, but I think it's not very likely. So, yeah, congrats, Spider-Man 2. You won one. For Adventure Game of the Year, the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Cocoon, Dave the Diver, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Star Wars Jedi, Survivor. I would love for Tears of the Kingdom to take this one. It was my favorite game of last year, so of course I'm going to be rooting for it. But I think a lot of people are going to go in with the mentality that it's too much of the same, even though that's really false. Like, if you play the game, you realize how different it really is, but I'm not going to make that argument. I think it's just going to be the train of thought most people are going to be going in as they vote. So as a result, I think this one's going to go to Alan Wake 2. For Family Game of the Year, the nominees are Disney Illusion Island, Fae Farm, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Midnight Girl, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Do I need to make an argument? Super Mario Bros. Wonder, of course. Nothing else stands a chance. This would be the biggest shock of the night if anything else took it home other than Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So yeah, lock it in. It's going there. For Fighting Game of the Year, the nominees are Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, Street Fighter 6. This has to, and I do mean has to, go to Street Fighter 6. You revolutionized the fighting genre. That does not happen often, especially how deep we are into video games, how long they've been around for now. You don't just revolutionize genres anymore. So yes, this needs to go to Street Fighter 6. Anything else takes it, it would be a fucking travesty. For Racing Game of the Year, the nominees are F-Zero 99, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, Lego 2K Drive. Look, this is the Forza Award. It goes to Forza every single year, or practically every single year. I mean, if an installment of Forza comes out, it's going to go home with the award. So, I mean, unless F-Zero surprises and steals the win, which I don't think it's going to. The Forza reviews have been so goddamn strong. It's going to go to Forza. Yeah, I'm pretty goddamn sure. For Role-Playing Game of the Year, the nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16, Starfield. Baldur's Gate 3, stop fucking wasting my time. Let's move on to the next one. For Sports Game of the Year, the nominees are EA Sports FC 24, MLB The Show 23, WWE 2K23. Oh man, can't we just have like no winner here? And you just take the award, like smash it on the ground, just thump on it, and then take off? Man, as long as it doesn't go to the soccer one, right? The one that always fucks you over and nickels and dimes you, just not that one, please. I mean, I heard MLB The Show wasn't that great this last year either, but fuck it, WWE, that's my prediction. But whatever, just not the soccer one. For Strategy Simulation Game of the Year, the nominees are Against the Storm, Cobalt Core, Dune, Spice Wars, The Last Spell, War Tales. Oh, what? No Pikmin 4? Which, quite honestly, is like the only strategy simulation game I've played last year, so I truly don't know out of all these ones. I guess Against the Storm, I've looked up the reviews on all of these games, and it looks like Against the Storm was the one that stood out the most, so I'll go there, but I'm not confident in this one whatsoever, so I guess I'll just take a shot now and get it out of the way. For Immersive Reality Technical Achievement, the nominees are Asgard's Wrath 2, Assassin's Creed Nexus VR, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Vertigo 2, We Are One. I've not played VR in quite some time, but I mean, every single year, whatever ends up winning in this category also ends up going home with VR Game of the Year, so I don't know, just pick something that is both here and there, which in this case is like 4 of them, so good luck. I don't know. The first one. Which one was that one? That one. Yeah, we'll go with that one. For Immersive Reality Game of the Year, the nominees are Asgard's Wrath 2, Assassin's Creed Nexus VR, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Vampire the Masquerade Justice, Vertigo 2. Yeah, so as I said, whatever you picked in that last category, you just picked here. So, Asgard's Wrath 2 it is, and then you just cross your fingers and hope you're right. For Outstanding Achievement for an Independent Game, the nominees are Cocoon, Dredge, El Paso Elsewhere, Thirsty Suitors, Venba. I'm gonna go for Cocoon here, but I think this is the category that might go to something else, especially if there's passion for any of these other titles. Again, I think of a couple of years ago where Inscryption was here for Independent Game. None of the other nominees were nominated for Game of the Year. So you would think Inscryption would go on to win, but it didn't. It lost, and then it went home empty-handed. So could we see a similar thing with Cocoon happening this year? Now that I know it's possible, I have to think of the possibility, but I'm not going to just randomly guess one of the other titles. I'm just going to stick with Cocoon here. For Mobile Game of the Year, the nominees are Gubbins, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Honkai Star Rail, Terra Nil, What the Car. I don't know. I don't really play mobile games, so I really have no clue. I was doing some research, reviews, just in general what these games were like, and I think I've really come down to two. First is Terra Nil. That one got pretty good reviews. And then the other one is Honkai Star Rail. That one also got some pretty good reviews, but I think what ultimately makes me want to choose Honkai is that I've seen so many people do advertisements for it, so I think just by process of elimination, more people will have known about that game and probably have played it as a result, and thus probably vote for it to win. But I don't know. I think you could choose one of those two and you'll be fine. But personally, I'm gonna stick with Honkai here. For Online Game of the Year, the nominees are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Diablo 4, The Finals, Omega Strikers, Street Fighter 6. Once again, I think this definitely needs to go to Street Fighter 6. So many people were praising the online aspects of the game that I just don't see anything else here going home with the win. Maybe The Finals, I've been seeing a lot of videos come out about that one recently, so maybe just kind of the newness of it and so many people now with their mindset on that one, it could maybe sneak away with the win. But I think Street Fighter 6 is just such a big title that I think we're still safe going that route. And then hopefully nothing else goes home with the win here, because I don't think would be deserving. For Outstanding Achievement in Game Design, the nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Cocoon, Dave the Diver, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Oh, geez. Should I just go for Baldur's Gate 3 here? I feel like that should be the clear winner, but I don't know. Maybe they decide to honor Mario again, or I think more worthy, Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe it doesn't go home with that other award. Maybe this is the one that it goes home with. So my mind's in like three different areas here. I do think this is one of the harder ones to predict. Unless I really am just overthinking and it's Baldur's Gate 3. I should go for Baldur's Gate 3, huh? Fuck it, I'm gonna take a risk. Tears of the Kingdom. Just get my shot ready now. For Outstanding Achievement in Game Direction, the nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Cocoon, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Okay, alright, not gonna overthink it. We're gonna go Baldur's Gate 3. Done. Baldur's Gate 3, not changing my mind. No. No. Baldur's Gate 3. For Game of the Year, the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cocoon, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Alright, let's slow it down just a little bit more here to kind of go over all the nominations that each of these games have. And it's pretty easy because it's just like in descending order, starting with Marvel Spider-Man 2 with 9 nominations. Now with that many nominations, it should at least go home with a win or two, right? And surely enough, I do think it at least has 1 in the bag, and maybe if it's lucky 2. I don't think it'll go home with 0. Hopefully it's not going to be a repeat of the Game Awards, but we'll have to wait and see. Following that one, we have Alan Wake 2 with 8 nominations, and I think it is prime set to go home with a few of them. Heck, this could be the one that wins the most awards of the night, even though I just don't see it winning Game of the Year, but I don't know, again, we'll have to wait and see. And following that one up, we have Baldur's Gate 3 with 7, and this one is quite obviously what everybody's going to be predicting for Game of the Year, including myself, so lock that into place. But let's talk about the other ones. First, Cocoon with 6 nominations. Yeah, you would think Tears of the Kingdom would have more nominations than at least Cocoon, but I guess that's just not the case. Cocoon is in that kind of delicate spot where it might not go home with anything if it doesn't win Independent Game of the Year. And it's a possibility, but if it at least goes home with an award, it's going to go home with an award there. And then last of all, you got Tears of the Kingdom that only has 5 nominations. A travesty. But I do think it has the potential to go home with 1 or 2. And also, like Cocoon, I think it has the potential to go home with nothing whatsoever. Which again, I think would be such a shame. It's at least got to go home with 1. Otherwise, I'm going to be very sad. It's very sad indeed. Regardless, this has ultimately got to be Baldur's Gate 3. It's the one that everybody's been talking about all year long. It won at the Game Awards. I don't see why it wouldn't follow suit here as well. It's the clear-out winner, if you will. So if it doesn't go home with the win, I think that would be one of the bigger surprises of the night. But that's really all I got. Baldur's Gate 3 for the win. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for my predictions. So let me know what you guys think. What are you going to be predicting? Do you think I'm going to be taking a shit ton of shots? Probably. Probably. Anyways, the show is tomorrow. I'm freaking excited. So please come back the day after, because I will be putting up my reactions video to see how I did, to see how blackout drunk I got, or to see how sober I stayed. Hopefully it's a combination of the two, actually. So yeah, come back then, guys. We've got more Road to the award shows coming. We've got the Anime Awards next. We've got the Oscars, of course, which I'm super fucking pumped for. So yeah, a lot more videos coming your way, guys. So until those next ones, like always, stay safe out there and have a good one.